such an asshole.
So Atham sent me a screenshot. I missed a super chat from For Your Information, Bob, $5. The national debt can be paid off with the quick solution issue a flat tax, cut the spending balance in the budget to pay off the debt, problem solved. We could actually pay off the debt without any dramatic. They say, well, we can't pay off the debt. Yeah, actually, you could. You actually could. It would take a while, but I bet you we could do it in about 10 years. You would have to cut spending across the board at the federal, arguably the states level too. Let's just focus on the federal. You would have to say, yeah, you're all getting by. I'd say with 30% less, just across the board cuts. 30% less Social Security, 30% less. I got a splinter in my finger and I get $8,000 a month from VA disability. That shit fucking ends on the president. That I'd be like investigating. I'm like, which lawyers did this? Like, oh, hey, you lawyers could cut. You should come to this camp. I got a fund. It's a lawyer camp. Come on, it's free. Lots of girls with big boobs, and then we don't know where the lawyers would go. They just disappear. It's like, oh God, where'd they all go? I don't know where they went. They didn't come back. Oh, that's just too bad. You could go, and then of course the Bree howls and oh, the evils of Republican Cappy from the welfare classes. I'm like, hey, it's too bad. You ain't gonna have nothing. You either take 30% cut or there ain't gonna be nothing because there won't be a country no more. I'd have not the National Guard. I have the military just ready in the kind of some of the major metros. Like, yeah, it ain't happening. You could go ahead and try and ride, but it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, we're all going on a diet. There'd be a discussion. I'd force everyone to tune in. Here's the budget, and I put it in layman's terms. Like, we're doing this, or you're not gonna have food. You know, look, if you could get the country to force to put things on their mouth for years and have them do that, you could get people to cut back by 30%. I'd say you're going to get jobs, and then Cappy would also go up to the corporation, say, "Hey, I see you. Bachelor's required, master's preferred." Yeah, I went to try to talk to your HR director, couldn't find her. Don't know where she went. But hey, CEO Jim, how about we get rid of that? And you know what? I think these corporations, I think you're going to have training programs, right? Because I'd say, because it'd be a shame if all these people want to work and they need to work, and you're putting all this bullshit educational requirements. I think my hand might just slip and sign a tax bill that the Democrats would love to support about jacking up your corporate tax rate to 90% to help pay off the national debt. How about you? My hand might just slip, might just actually sign with perfect penmanship, a perfect accidental, perfect hand signature of President Cappy. That'd just be too bad, huh? Yeah. That's why I thought you were going to get rid of all those stupid education and those. You wouldn't happen to have any of those fake job postings, would you? Yeah, I know you would, because that would mean that your house would go away. Yeah, you and your kids would have to live in one bedroom. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know you wouldn't do that. You're going to start treating the American public like proper. You're going to treat our labor force proper. And then I go to all the other corporations, like, yeah, those H-1B, yeah, those are good. Those are for Americans, right? You weren't possibly going to give that to a foreigner, were you? That's what I thought. You were going to find an American for that job. That's what I thought I heard you say. Because it'd be a shame if you had to go to that lawyer camp and try and find out where those lawyers went. Just be a real darn shame. Anyway, so I would make it so that people more easily get jobs. I would not lie. I probably would increase taxes, especially on trust funders. I'd be like, hey, all you rich Democrat donors in Marin County, yeah, you got a lot of money. Look at all those vineyards you got. All right, well, let's go. But there would have to be probably an increase in taxation. And it would probably have to last about 10 years without it being too crippling. It'd be doable, but you could probably actually pay off the national debt in about 10 years. It would require a decade of everyone making changes in their lives. I mean, not dramatic changes. Like, well, for some people, it'd be dramatic. All the Democrats, you'd have to get jobs and work. We'd have extra rope. I would have a government program for rope if you didn't agree with that. Like, I'd rather die than work a job. Okay. We got a rope program right there. Your EBT card now goes. You can't buy food with it. It gets rope. But no, it's not that impossible, actually. It really isn't. But Americans are such weak, pathetic fucks who don't want to work for a living. And it's like, oh, okay. There'd be like a year start. That would be the worst year. I'd be like, here's what's happening. Here's what's going to happen. I predict it. And then when you all realize the food ain't on the table, you're going to like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's that bad. Yeah, it is that bad. And then after 10 years, of course, you can't be president for more than 8. The next generation of Americans would come and fuck it all up. And then we need more UBI. And I say, why the fuck did I bother with that shit when I could have just gone hiking? Big Shell 007, $2. You just play The Witcher because of Redhead. No, I hate Triss. I hate Yennefer and I hate Triss. Yennefer is a pain in the ass. I guess there was a mission there optional, and I told her I didn't want to date her anymore. And so that finally ended that. That was just constantly nagging you. I'm like, God, this is painful. And then Triss, I just like, no. No, you go away. I have things to. I'm the Witcher. I gotta go save things. Yeah, Triss could. I mean, it was fine, but she's just kind of a boring. I'm the hot redhead with big tits, and we had a fling. Oh, I'm trying to get the mages out of Novgorod. Okay. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.